feeling lonely. Oh, I wish I'd find a lover that could hold me. Now I'm crying in my room, so skeptical of love, but still I want more.
JNO, where's the beat?
All right, y'all.
Okay.
What's up? We got JNO podcast episode 27 with my reoccurring guest, Czarina Garcia
Hey.
and NioBorn2Drift.
Round 3.
Yeah, y'all. And how you guys been?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
You know?
Just summer.
Living life, yeah.
Yeah, living
To
life.
the fullest.
Yeah, living like Larry. Has your summer been going cool though? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, for the most part. Any little highlights so far this June? We're heading towards the end of June right now, pretty much.
Just besides just, working and getting my money up, that's about it.
Yeah.
Just trying to focus on that right now.
Yeah, for sure. I feel
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I feel my hustle. Finally got moved to stock with my work right now, so we waking up hella early like a bumpire. But it's been pretty cool. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, you got your birthday coming up though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
30-30.
Yeah. Dirty 30. I know everyone says that, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's really made me question a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Like when you get to that age, it's just kind of I don't know, it's I'm anxious, but at the same time I'm excited about what's to come. Because this is a big step. 30 is you're not in your 20s anymore, you really gotta start establishing yourself if you haven't really already. So my focus is really just trying to keep it really good at school and just power through that and get my degree and shit and start building on the career that I want. So that's what I'm focused on. But I don't know, I kind of want to travel. That's what I want to do for my 30th.
Yeah. I've heard people say, people in their 30s say that, your 30s is like your 20s, but you have money.
Yeah. You could say that. You could say that, actually,
I've heard a lot of people say that. Yeah.
I definitely feel like I'm wiser now. And, I feel like we don't really prepare you for that. School doesn't really prepare you to be financially stable off the bat. At least most schools don't. You might have your select few that have those classes and stuff like that, but I feel like that should be implemented in every school. That should be a standard.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, right? It's
financial literacy.
You're right about that because the financial literacy, right? It's they don't. Yeah. Economics is an option. At least so, because me and him, we both graduated from the same high school, for senior year. That was an option. You don't have to take it. It wasn't mandatory at all.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I watched I was watching a comedian the other day for stand up, and he was talking about we spend so much time at school growing up,
we do,
but we're not a professional nothing. I forgot his name was Rob something, but he was hella funny.
Practice should amount to something.
We spend a lot of time in our adolescence growing up at school, but we're not a professional anything. Isn't that weird? But once we're adults, then we start spending these certain amount of hours to fulfill this requirement, and then we become what it is. And I get there's a difference between being an adult and being a kid, just having fun. But even in middle school, high school, it's is this the fact that we spend so much hours? It's like a full-time job almost. You know what I mean? You spend 6 or 7 hours at school, or if not more, if you have after-school activities too, because you're even there longer. The school starts at 8. You know what I mean? And you get off at 3 or whatever, 2 or 3, and then if you have gotta go to sports or whatever, you're there for even longer. You spend so many hours there, but yet we're not qualified to do anything, you know what I mean? Or you don't fully learn.
I mean, you have a point, but I feel like the whole purpose of that is, as a kid, as an adolescent, even as a teenager, you know, they say your brain isn't fully developed until your 20s. I think the whole purpose of, you know, going to school is just to make sure you're a well-rounded individual. Yeah. And it's also a way for you to learn what you want to commit to for the rest of your life. Because I don't think a 10-year-old should make that choice. Oh, what do you want to be as a career,
definitely.
Right? So
100%. 100%. No, you're right about that. So it's like also about letting a kid be a kid.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
just have fun, right?
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like, especially in like high school, because that's like the borderline when you're about to like cross over into being an adult. You know what I mean? There could be better things that could be taught.
Oh yeah,
definitely
for sure,
that could help and stuff like that. Well, it's just the financial literacy, because that's something that's going to be with you for a when you're living on your own and paying your bills and stuff like that. Because money's where it's at the end of the day. Money can't buy happiness, obviously. You know.
But it can buy stability.
It can buy. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one, because I be saying that sometimes. It might not buy you
happiness, but it'll buy you stability.
Yeah,
stay in school.
Yeah, I be saying that sometimes. You know what I mean? Yeah. And no one says like, oh yeah, you know, but then you're just like, it can buy stability though. You know,
that should be the title of this.
Yeah, no, it should be. I'll put that in the title.
Because I'm down to talk about that shit. Because you know, as a 29-year-old, it is kind of like sad that I don't have that much saved up and I still have to live with my parents, because in this economy who can afford to buy a house, especially
no one can. We out in Cali right now, you know, any of those
especially
urban,
California, and the homeless problem is getting worse. It's like you gotta weigh out your options, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly. You know, so I get it. I mean, that's why I just be hustling right now, just trying to save as much as I can. Like every paycheck I get, I save at least half. You know what I mean? I put that in savings and I do not touch it whatsoever. You know what I mean? Just saving over time, hustling. And
there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I just be... funny thing I do at my work, actually, because I go on my lunch breaks. You guys know I fast, though, so I don't really eat during the morning. So I just be like sitting in the break room, or like where I work at is like a furniture store. So we have couches, so I'll just be laying back on a couch. So for those 30 minutes, I just be like on my phone, just marketing on my phone, just spend that working on my business, because I'm not getting paid anyway, you know, for being there. So you know, take off my gear and stuff like that. But I mean, you said you want to travel, right? For your birthday.
Yeah, I do.
What's your like your top spots you want to go to?
Honestly,
from the list?
I kind of have a budget, so I definitely can't go too far. Honestly, I was thinking Canada. I've never been to Canada.
Yeah.
I really want to, you know, check out the scene out there.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe go to Niagara Falls or something. I was trying to do a solo trip because I think it's just something that I need to do, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think it'll put me out of my comfort zone. But, you know, I have the experience and knowledge to stay safe, of course. I'm not gonna like go adventure out into some dangerous parts.
Yeah. Nah, this is
I'm just gonna be
this isn't a Taken movie.
Yeah.
With Liam Neeson, you know. So, like, remember his daughter goes to Paris and then gets taken and stuff like that.
I know there's that issue that, you know, everyone kind of has to be on their toes because, you know.
Yeah, but, I mean, you just gotta be street smart. You know, read the scene.
But
you know?
I'm like, I feel comfortable enough to go out there on my own and just go on a solo trip, you know?
Yeah.
So I was thinking about doing that too.
Yeah.
Even if it's just for like 4 days or something.
Yeah.
Know?
Anywhere like, would you ever go across the sea at all?
I was also thinking about the Philippines, no lie, because obviously I'm from the Philippines.
Yeah.
And
we all
I just want to see.
Yeah. But you actually have you been to Philippines, Nia? No. Yeah, see, I've never been there once either, and I need to go. All my cousins been going, like, because I'm like the youngest of like all my cousins, like almost, you know what I mean? Like,
you gotta go to the motherland.
Yeah, all my older cousins, you know what I mean? Like, they all been. They tell me to go at least once, and we're trying to plan a trip now to make it happen. And typically, when you travel that far across the world, you know, that's where it is.
That's
you know what I mean?
It gets riskier the farther you go.
You have to.
But if you're gonna be with your
stay
family,
there longer. Stay there longer
to make
you know
it worth
I mean?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like because typically you go to Philippines, it's usually like a 2-week trip. You make it worth it. You don't just go there for like a couple days.
Oh yeah.
Or like a week, because on top of like the when you're flying, you know what I mean, like all that spending all that time traveling, just to stay there for like a couple days or 4 or 5 days, it's like not even worth it. You know what I mean? Unless you're on like work or something. But yeah, definitely been trying to go there.
Yeah, you should definitely put it on your bucket list. You know?
Yeah.
I would love to go back someday, but go to the really like nice islands, you know.
Yeah.
Where the water is all like crystal clear blue.
Yeah.
And secluded from all the tourists.
Yeah. No, I feel that. I feel like because they say like that's the thing too. It's like they say when you live in like a humid environment, your skin is better too. You know what I mean? Like it glows and stuff like that. Because I remember my cousins who they all like grew up here in the Bay, you know what I mean, in the States and stuff like that, Filipino American, you know, when they go out there, they told me like their acne like cleared up and stuff like that, like your skin glows out there because of the environment, the humidity in the environment is like really healthy for your skin. And maybe I think it's like not to like get like too deep here, but like it's like a cultural type of thing, you know what I mean? It's like they say it's like because everyone's skin type is different, you know what I mean? Just like the way like we look and stuff like that, you know, with like your race and stuff like that. So it's like when you go to like your heritage or like where your ancestors were like living in the actual environment, you know, it's like your skin adapts with it, you know what I mean, or something like that.
Yeah,
you
that
know?
makes sense
You know?
because but honestly, I prefer the cold weather. Like,
no, I feel that.
I really suffer in the heat. Like, But you know, it is really nice out there. Like, the weather.
Or at least it's moist there, because you know, out here in Cali, you know what I mean, in a lot of states out here. Well, a lot of states, not all of them, but you know, it's like dry air. Very dry air.
That makes sense because I have
like
dry skin. So.
You know, and I know for me personally, when I was younger, I used to get like nosebleeds and stuff like that when I was like little, and thought like when I was living up north, where it was really hot, you know, and really dry. It just wasn't the right environment. Right, yeah. Pretty much, like, I would just start acting up. Yeah. So, be just like that. But yeah, Canada, Philippines, I feel that.
Gotta go see the world, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to travel, too. Like, between the Philippines trip, and then New York.
New York, the East Coast. I've never been to the East Coast.
Yeah, I never even been to the East Coast.
I'm kind of scared to go to the South, though. But
he's gotta have a tour guide.
I mean, I have an uncle that lives in Florida. I was thinking going to Miami. That shit would be lit. Cool.
Miami. Florida, Miami. I feel that's different than going to like Mississippi or some
Georgia.
shit. You know what I mean? Or some shit. Like, I feel like that's different though. I mean,
once I see a Confederate flag, I'm leaving. I'm like, peace.
Like, this statue belongs here. You're like,
oh
god. We ain't finna get into that though. Yeah. But how you been, Neo? Yeah.
Been good.
Been good.
Yeah. Just grinding at work as usual.
Yeah.
I did kind of break my rule of saving my money though,
What'd you get?
I have to buy more tools now than I thought I used to, because I've been getting so many jobs that required so many tools that I would have to personally own, but don't have it yet.
Damn! Wait because I know they made you buy tools, but there's no work tools at all that you use for the jobs.
They only provided a little bit, but only for the essentials, but not for like some actual jobs.
Yeah, so you have to use your own tools when you're working.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
To me, it's like, it seems like they train everyone because all your coworkers have to do the same thing, right?
They all have their own tools.
Yeah, it seems like they're just training everyone for freelance at this point.
Yeah.
It's cool though. At least you'll always be prepared.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember my pops talking to him about they really do train you though. They ain't training you to just like stay in the company that you're with. Like you can easily just work with other companies because of like the type of training that you get. You know, it's like that's why I say freelance. You know, because it really is like you're training you to go somewhere else too. You know what I mean? You don't always have to stay here. You know what I mean? So that's dope though. For sure. But yeah, pretty chill vibe. What do you think, C, of the new setup though? This is your first time with the new
it looks very professional. I love the lighting. You're using the triangle lighting.
Yeah, triangle lighting. Illuminati.
That I learned. No,
it's like a Naruto pose right here.
Because it's just I learned about this in my class at one of my Becca classes. That you need like the background and all that, and I was like, oh, he got all the professional setup done. I was like,
just trying to get like there's nothing wrong with using like colored lights and everything, but I think for me personally, I realized that the content that really pops off whenever I like promote and the content that people really want to see, at the end of the day when it comes to like majority, they want to see that clear lighting, like, you know, using like white lights or just clear lights, you know, being able to see everyone's like face clearly. You know, the camera can adjust. Because I don't know if you noticed, you'll see after I post this episode, you know. When I film with the color lights, it'd be very dark.
Right, yeah.
And on top of the mic being farther away, too. The quality wasn't, like, the highest it could be. And I did get complaints about that. But definitely going for, like, that clarity with quality. You know what I mean? I realized that... I've been known this, but just trying to get better day by day because we're always adapting to how, like, our industries work and, like, what we're working in, you know? That it's, like... you really want your quality to be the highest. You know,
for
it could obviously be, you know what I mean? And I realize I have all this equipment on the side, and these lights can change colors. These lights right here, you know what I mean, that you see, like they can change. You've seen them be blue, pink, green, whatever, you know what I mean? So they can be like, you know, a very cold white light too. So the way I like angle it, you know what I mean, and stuff. And you know, I watch YouTube videos too, little tutorials, you know, how to get it right. Yeah. That's why I have this white background, because I'd be filming with it too, trying to get the lighting right where it looks completely white behind me and it looks like hella professional, like, you know, like a real really recorded in the studio. You know, you see like those artists on like social media where they're recording in front of like a pure white like background and it looks hella clean. You know what I mean? That's the type of shit I'm trying to go for basically now. And I can see more people are watching though and listening because the quality has like gone up, you know, and people like the setup a lot more. So. Especially
for this type of media.
Yeah.
This type of lighting is definitely like works better.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I noticed like the clear white cold light videos or photos that I post get way more attention compared to like when it's like colorful lights but still darker. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say it's like bad, but it could be better, you know? Like where it's like dark but like colorful lights, like get that studio lounge.
I think it depends on the mood too, because if you're like maybe doing like performing a song or something that has that type of vibe, then it would like make more sense.
No, you're right about that too. So like art is like subjective too, so it just depends.
Because I know a lot of artists that do that type of lighting, the dark with the colorful lights. Yeah,
that too. That's why I've been doing it for the longest, because I was just sticking with it. But I think I realized for the show, at least for this podcast that we're filming, it's like just get the cold light. You know what I mean? Yeah. Unless I'm trying to go for like a lounge vibe again, but we are lounging too at the same time. Like it's just chill, you know, that type of thing. So, yeah, things like that. I'm gonna go double check the door. Actually, I think shoot.
Did we reach 15 minutes?
We're like almost there, pretty much. And we sang too and everything, and then I add the intro on top of it, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, just things like that. Yeah, but do you guys want to say anything before we end?
Just shout out to JNO for giving us this platform, and all the hard work that he does. Yeah. You know, keep grinding.
It's a grind. You see, I be posting the clips every day.
Yeah.
I be trying to post clips from all the different episodes of different people. I don't know if you noticed that. I'm always posting like a different clip every day. You know, it's like it's hella fun because people I have two different sections when it comes to making content for me, at least. It's always promoting the music, right? It's always been number one, right? Promoting the music that I make. For sure. The second one, not so many people see it, just me talking. Because I realize I don't really post that many like videos of me just talking and people like get to know me better, you know? Like I really don't. Like most of my promotion is just promoting my music, me lip syncing or da is hear my music, you know, and I have to tell like a little story. But no one really hears me like speaking my mind or talking. Like not really. So I'm learning to like put that in more. I don't know if people are really fucking with it now because now they can really see my opinions on certain things, you know what I mean? And hear me talk like instead of just like seeing me lip sync to my songs.
You become more personable, you know?
Sure. No, you're right. See that personal feeling. That's one thing I noticed when it comes to, because I'm trying to up my freelance game right now when it comes to music and stuff like that, because I'm trying to build my clientele for like features and doing producing and stuff like that. So I'm like constantly promoting. But that personal touch, like I always address people by their name. I always like I prefer to do voice calls or voice messages compared to texting, because you get that like this isn't like some bot that you're talking to online, because it can always feel that way after so long on social media and just talking to strangers, you know, it can feel like a bot or whatever. But when you actually get to hear that person's voice and they're addressing you by name, like that personal feeling, you know what I mean, to connect with people, I notice that's really like scores sales, it scores relationships, you know what I mean, just all around, you know what I mean, when it comes to like just talking to someone. You know, it works way better than this texting like messages that you're reading. So
I feel it.
I mean that's just my opinion, and I know it's a drastic difference. Like if I was texting people all day compared to like calling them, like it would be a way different outcome. You know what I mean?
Totally different vibe.
You know? So definitely been trying to grasp for that connection with people and learning how to like, it helps with sales too. Like how to talk, basically, you know what I mean? You know, so
that goes hand in hand.
You know, so it's been cool to just hustling with it. But I appreciate you guys for being on, you know, making your time today.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, we were I was working earlier, and then he was working too, and then you had your off day, you were doing your other thing, you know.
I was just doing errands,
you know,
all day.
Running errands. So I appreciate y'all making the time to shoot. And we about to film a music video, Czarina and I's first music video, so look out for that. Complexity.
Gang.
Like probably our top song out of all
yeah,
songs.
yeah.
And her and I have done like 15 songs, I think.
We've done quite a few.
Yeah, we've done a lot. At least 10 to 20 songs. That's been like our top streamer. So
Yeah.
we're trying to finish up the music video for that, film our next
sir.
scene,
Yes, sir.
finish it up, and then finish up Czarina's next song as well. But I'll see everyone next podcast episode. I appreciate y'all for coming.
Yeah, of course.
Once
Anytime.
Once again. You know what I mean? Episode 27. I'll be filming like almost every other day for this podcast, for real, because I've been having people up in the studio, but it's working though, you know, working. I love it. I love it. New setup. So, yeah, without further ado, y'all, peace. Have a great day, and see everyone next podcast.